Ethan had always lived for success. A 29-year-old architect in the bustling city of New York, he thrived on accolades, deadlines, and the pursuit of perfection. However, deep down, something always felt off. His relationships were strained, he barely slept, and his days blurred into a monotonous grind. Ethan convinced himself it was just the price of success. One day, his exhaustion caught up to him. A critical project fell apart due to his oversight, and his boss, furious, gave him a week off to get his act together. Humiliated and feeling lost, Ethan decided to take a trip to his childhood town, hoping a change of scenery might help. Ethan's hometown was a quiet place, surrounded by forests and rolling hills. He hadn't visited in years, but the familiar sights brought back bittersweet memories. While wandering through the town, he noticed a small woodworking shop with a weathered sign that read, "Henry's Creations." Drawn in by curiosity, he stepped inside. The shop smelled of cedar and sawdust, and wooden carvings lined the shelves. Delicate figurines, intricate furniture, and beautifully crafted tools. Behind the counter stood Henry, a man in his 70s with a wiry frame and kind eyes. He greeted Ethan warmly, recognizing him instantly. "Ethan, you used to run around here as a boy," Henry said with a chuckle. Ethan remembered Henry vaguely as the quiet carpenter who had lived down the road from his family. Henry invited him to sit and share a cup of tea. During their conversation, Ethan vented about his struggles, admitting he felt like he was chasing something he could never catch. Henry listened patiently, then said, "You know, I've been a carpenter for over 50 years. People come to me for what they call masterpieces, but none of my best work came from rushing or worrying about perfection. The secret, Ethan, is to put care into each piece, not because of the end result, but because the process itself is worth it." Curious and with nowhere else to be, Ethan asked if he could spend a few days in the shop learning from Henry. Henry agreed, giving him simple tasks, sanding wood, carving edges, and assembling small projects. At first, Ethan was impatient and clumsy, frustrated by how long each step took, but Henry guided him gently, showing him how to focus on each motion, how to appreciate the grain of the wood, and how to see beauty in the imperfections. By the fourth day, Ethan had crafted a small wooden box. It wasn't perfect, but it was sturdy and unique. For the first time in years, Ethan felt pride in something he had created with his own hands. Henry smiled and said, "It's not just the box, Ethan. It's what it taught you." Ethan realized that in the workshop, time seemed to slow down. He wasn't thinking about deadlines or recognition, just the task in front of him. He began to understand that life wasn't about racing to achieve more, but about finding purpose and joy in the moments that made up each day. When Ethan returned to the city, he brought the wooden box with him as a reminder of the lessons he had learned. He made changes in his life, cutting back on work hours, reconnecting with friends, and even taking up woodworking as a hobby. His projects improved,